Hey guys, this is MIW, and in this tutorial I'm gonna show you how to make a very loud, very simple, very fast and cheap to build cow farm for Minecraft 1.3.1. As you can see in the left corner, top left corner, I am currently on 1.3.1 and running 150 frames per second. Not sure why, because everyone is having issues with it. Anyway, I'm going to show off how this farm works by just breeding the cows, basically. As you can see, they are breeding right now, and as soon as a baby pops out, you can push this button and then you have to flick this lever very quickly. The only way to do that properly is by left clicking and right clicking at the same time, so yeah. And there we go, breeding another cow. As soon as the baby pops out, you can basically press the button. And there's another one. So yeah, this design is very easy to build, it's cheap, which is basically two things that really matter, I think. It uses water, as you probably can hear. It does have some minor glitches or bugs, which is sometimes the parent cow gets replaced by the baby cow. And when that happens, you have to wait 20 minutes for the baby to grow up. Also, you notice that the parent cow fell through the trapdoor right there, which is basically because of a client-side glitch, while in reality the cow is still on top of the trapdoor. Also, you might notice that sometimes these cows are jumping. I can't get them to jump right now, but if they are jumping and you push the button for the trapdoor, they rarely remain on the trapdoor. Well, actually they both did it right now, and that's why you have to be careful with flicking the lever, because if you have two cows here, it's not gonna end very well. So yeah, this is how the farm works. It's pretty fast. And we are done. So let's go into creative mode and show how it looks. Let's see, there we go. As you can see, it's a fairly small design. It's partially underground, but still is very small. It has 6 cows in the containment and 1 cow in here, which means 7 pairs of cows total. And yeah, you can also breed sheep in here, mushrooms, as I'm showing right here. And let's go build it. Okay, let's start building this cow farm by the breeding cell, which you basically start off with 2 blocks which will hold the trapdoors. So let's get the trapdoors in there and place a block right there. This block you have to put the button, and that is where the cows will stand on. So let's place a few blocks right here and go around those blocks like this. And put a block right there. This way you can get a water stream which is diagonal, which both pushes the cow back and pushes the baby cow to the center right here, which I'm just gonna lead into the void. Also, let's break the blocks underneath here already, so we can actually, which will help basically in a later stage of this tutorial. Now you can just use glass to prevent yourself from falling in the water, which is what kind of is annoying. Anyway, make sure you don't put any glass right here, because the cows would just stay on the trapdoors, and that's not very useful, is it? Alright, let's continue building by going up. And I have to check up how much, so I'll be right back. Alright, so apparently I went up just about enough. This is where the cows will be stored when you go back with 6 blocks. So this is basically the floor of the water stream where the cows will be swimming in, and this is the walls which will contain the cows. So make sure that the floor is 6, and also place a block right there. Well, that went bad. Place a block right here so the cows can't escape. You don't need a block right here, which there was in the proof of concept, but it's not needed, so don't use it. Anyway, yeah, the cows are going to swim up from behind, so let's dig a hole. This hole has to be 2 wide, so like this. And this is why we dug the hole on under the pressure plate, so we under the trapdoor, so we actually know when to stop. As you can see, there's a beautiful hole right there. Add a water stream to the under the pressure. Keep saying pressure plate under the trapdoor, so it ends right there. That's good. That doesn't really matter where it ends, as you can actually extend this as long as you want. So now we need some signs to do some water magic. So let's do that. And the water magic is basically place the sign right there, there, and there, and then a water source right here. This way we get a continuous flow, which we need. So now you can just place 2 glass panes right there and remove the blocks around it. It's important that the glass panes look like this, because if they look like that, you have a little extra border of some sort. You can actually stand on this 1 pixel, and that is jamming up cows. So make sure that it looks like that. Let's do the same thing on the other side with the glass panes and the water. Sign, 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 water. And you see you get a continuous stream. Now on top of the glass pane you are gonna want to place water, but before you do that you have to place a glass pane on the other side, which is the same with the same look as the ones you placed right here. And then you can place your water on top of it. So then you have to go up a little bit more, so let's go up a little bit more. And that's basically done by placing glass panes right there and surrounding this side with blocks. So let's do that. Now you can place water in here and you go up like this for a little bit longer. So let's do the same thing on this side again. Oops. And let's do it proper. Alright. And keep messing up today. I did record this before and I failed a little bit, so I'm failing again. Anyway, yeah, you go up like this, even more. Let's set the time today, or 0, or, well, 0 is day, so there you have it. And let's go up 1 more. Oops. And block right here, there, and of course there. Now we can place another water source in here, and we can place blocks around this, so like that, so the cows actually keep in here or stay in here. And then you just mess a little bit with the water source so you can actually get them to flow to here. So let's do that on the other side as well. Oops. Great, that didn't work really, did it? There we go. Why did it... Right, I forgot to remove that. Figures. let's do it properly. So, like that. As you can see, it's a little bit hard, but it does work. And I totally forgot to place the pistons right here, so let's do that right now. Basically, those pistons are the ones that stop the cows from going, let's say. So you can actually lower this by 1 and place a lever on here. So yeah, let's add some redstone, and these pistons always have to be powered. So go back like this, and you should be done with your cow farm. Except there isn't any cows in here. So yeah, the lever on this place is a bit bad, so let's place it just here. Yeah, that works better. So, how to fill up this cow farm? It's actually pretty easy. You just remove the last block, place a block right there, and then you can also place a block right there, which is actually, it's not important, but you can do it. And then you just use some tracks, which you can just go down with. So, like this. And you basically just use a minecart to get the cow, which I'm not really doing this very efficient, am I? Anyway, you can use a minecart to get the cow, a noisy cow. Just get him in there, push him a little bit, and oh, that's bad. That's bad. Let's. It's not bad. And then you have to go into the minecart, and the cow is free to go where it wants. So that's how you get them in. Let's do it again for cleanness sake. And he obviously runs away, little bastard. There we go. Got one. Just push him up there. And get in the minecart. Gee, that's shaky. Stop shaking so much. Okay, apparently you have to go into the minecart from below, otherwise you can't. So that's how you get the cows in, and that's how you get a beautiful cow farm. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, leave a like. If you didn't, oh well.